Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we'll be looking at the next two releases in the exclusive Corgi Model Club. So we've got Corgi 275, the Rover 2000 TC, and we've also got Corgi 246, the Chrysler Imperial. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay then, so we'll start off with this one, which is the next one in our list, and we're receiving these monthly from the Corgi Model Club. And first of all, fantastic. It's been quite a while since we've had one of these slightly later boxes with, well, window boxes really. And I actually really like them because these are the ones I sort of remember when I was growing up, these ones and the later ones without the header at all. But I think this is really, really attractive on the shelf. I can actually remember these cars. As a kid, being on the street. Nice little illustration of the chap in the garage there. Also remember seeing these cars in the Sweeney. So, well, I am itching to get it out, but we'll have a look at the certificate first of all. And yeah, Rover 2000 TC with takeoff wheels, Corgi 275. Introduced into the range in April 1968, Corgi 275, a Rover 2000 TC, was one of Corgi's innovative Golden Jacks models. Available in green or white, it was only the second takeoff wheels Corgi toy, following the launch of the Mini Marcos Corgi 341 the previous month. The features didn't end there, as the Rover was also given jeweled headlights and an attractive yellow-tinted sunroof. And because the actual Rover 2000 TC famously featured a spare wheel on the top of the boot, Corgi followed suit with a small plastic enclosure that popped open to reveal a miniature Golden Jack spare wheel. Despite all these exciting features, Corgi 275's casting was actually based on the earlier Corgi 252 Rover 2000, which dated back to 1963. Okay, well, let's have a look then. So, this appears to be the end that it was used to pop it in the factory. So it was already slightly open. Here we are. I want to be careful. I like to keep these as minters as possible. There we are. Okay, there we are. So that was really just to keep it in situ. It did a really good job of it though. Displays so well. I'm going to leave that out. I'm suffering so badly for space in my cabinet at the moment. I may actually just end up leaving this one boxed up because it's on display in the box like that. I think I'll probably leave it like that. So here we are, Corgi Toys, Rover 2000 TC. Now, there is a little plastic on top of the sunroof there, which I think I'm going to leave on. I guess that's to stop it getting scratched. I'm going to leave that actually on this one. Now, there we are, and there's our spare tire. Does the tire come out? It does. Look at that. So we've got our spare tire, and we just lift this up, and the tire comes off. There we are. You can be your own mechanic. That's mad, isn't it? That's a good little feature. That's probably better. They snap all the way up, which is a better feature. Yeah, you can actually be your own mechanic. I wonder how many mechanics actually played around with one of these as a youngster. Oh, just roll off. What it does need, I suppose it would stand up like that. Yeah, it does stand up. I like the colour of it. I don't think we've had one in that colour before, have we? Look at the actual mechanism there. It just lifts it up slightly, the axle, so that you can get the tyre on and off. Now, I'm not putting these back in the same order, but I assume it probably doesn't matter. How cool. I don't remember any of mine as a youngster having takeoff wheels. None at all. But I think it's a really nice function. There we are. And then the spare tyre for the one on the boot. That's really nice, actually. I like that. I like that a lot. But for display purposes, I think, rather than have it like that, I like that box art. I'm just going to keep this one back in. As I said, I'm really struggling for space. And I reckon in a couple more months, I might have to put some of the bigger models back into their boxes, just so that I've got room for all the new stuff coming out, you know, because there's plenty on the horizon. And which is good, you know, glad to see that the club is still healthy in that. So pop that one over there. In fact, I did actually have a little look at the list. I'll pop it up on the screen now of where I am and what's actually due to come out. So we've just seen the Rover 2000 Golden Jacks, which they list as number 37 in the series. And our next one is this, which is the Chrysler Imperial, number 246. But then we've got the Hillman Hunter with Kangaroo, a Citroen Safari Corgi Ski Club, the Walls Ice Cream Van, which I believe is slightly different to the one that launched the Collectors Club, then the Oldsmobile Tornado Golden Jacks version, and then the matte black Batmobile. So as I'm filming this, a week has gone and we've had the recent glossy black Batmobile. Then they've announced the Mini Cooper, a Chevrolet police car, Oldsmobile, Bentley Continental, and one of my absolute favourites, the Yellow Submarine. So really looking forward to that one. But back to this one then. So 246, the Chrysler Imperial. And the surprise is in the boot with a big arrow next to it. So I wonder what that surprise is. Lists the features there. Opening doors, opening bonnet, showing detailed engine, opening boot, plated fittings, tilting seat backs, door trim and spring suspension. So quite a few features on that one. And once again, I try and pick out which side has been opened. And on this one, I think it's probably this one that's already had a bit of use, but it's quite a tight fit. So I sometimes use this little pocket screwdriver to break the seal. There we are. Just so we can get in and out for the first time. Feels quite heavy, this one as well, even though it's obviously a smaller car. And there we are. We're well packed again. So there's another bit of foam in there. So it's got two bits of foam, and the actual die cast has been wrapped in tissue paper, which is nice. There we are. So pop that back into the box. That's it if I ever want to pop these back on into their boxes for a while. So there we are. Looks really nice. But let us have a little read of the certificate. Corgi Chrysler Imperial, Corgi 246. So in the Corgi range for just 2 years, between 1965 and 1967, the Chrysler Imperial included a unique and ingenious secret bonnet opening mechanism, operated by applying downwards pressure on the front axle. The bonnet opened just enough to enable it to be lifted. However, this clever method of operation was bafflingly omitted from the box text, giving rise to many believing that they had a faulty model. This classic-era Corgi also featured opening doors, tilting seats, two figures, the female passenger being considerably smaller than the male driver, and a boot trunk that lifted to reveal a set of golf clubs and a caddy. Interestingly, a variation of the Chrysler Imperial appeared in Corgi's 1969 catalogue as a Bermuda taxi. Given the Corgi number 507, this unusual variant was sadly never put into production. Wow, there's quite a bit there, isn't there? So, it says here then, operated by applying downwards pressure on the front axle. Oh, there we are. And that then lifts it up. So we get to see inside the actual bonnet, under the bonnet rather. And what about the back one? Not working the same. So how does the back open? Because it looks like it will, doesn't it? It does say does say the back opens. Ingenious secret bonnet opening mechanism. Opening bonnet. Yeah, look, the back is open, so the door is open, which we can clearly see. My lady's just gone to one side there, like so. Oh yeah, and I think the seats will go, they'll go forward. So if you took the figure out, the seats would go forward. What I can't get is the back open, almost like, oh, she's fallen out. Yeah, you can sort of feel it, but it's very, very tricky to get your finger in there. So I'm going to pause there and see if I've got something handy that will do the trick. Well, after much playing around with this, I then realised that it does actually open up from the back, not from where that fold is. So you can actually just lift it up like that. So it wasn't obvious to me. And there is, this is the golf set, I suppose, in the back here. Yeah, let's have a look. So this is the golf set. Look at this. That's brilliant, isn't it? That is the full-on piece, that, isn't it? It's like an almost little diorama. So the lady's in there. And you've got your golf clubs about to pop in the back like that. Very, very nice indeed. Brilliant. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all, that one. I sort of prefer, I like the red, but I sort of prefer this this sort of greeny cover colour. That's really nice, actually. But anyway, let's I think I'll just leave that stood up in the boot just to show it off for its full extent, because it's quite feature laden, isn't it? Brilliant. That's actually really nice, that. So there we go. 2 fantastic brand new models from the Corgi Model Club. So as I said, I'm only about 3 or 4 models behind now, so I've almost caught bang up to date. So I'm really, really pleased about that. For all information on the new models, I do suggest going to the Facebook page. That does seem to be the place where announcements are made almost on a daily basis. And if there's like delays in shipping or anything like that, because there's lots of factors that are taken into account when Corgi Model Club are actually producing these models, and there can often be delays with boats at sea and things like that, then that's the best place to sort of check out that information, and you can obviously converse with other collectors of the series. But I'm really enjoying it, and I just wish I had a slightly bigger cabinet, because I am, as you can see right now, really struggling for space at the moment. But I'm going to need to get a little bit creative in there, I think. Anyway, that's it for this time. So thank you very much for watching. If you've not already, do please hit the subscribe button for regular vintage and modern Corgi diecast content, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.